You know, the funniest part about all this is that if someone tried to actually steal tickets to this movie, the headline would read, "Person caught stealing tickets for caught stealing." Don't you think that's hilarious? Anyway, let's just talk about caught stealing. Hey guys, AJYT Abbott here. Welcome to my review for Caught Stealing. This is the recent film from Darren Aronofsky. This movie is a action crime thriller starring Austin Butler. You have Zoe Kravitz in there, Vincent D'Onofrio, Liev Schreiber is in there. There's a lot of great people in this cast, a lot of talent here in the cast. I think that Darren Aronofsky, as a director, he does some very dark things with his stories. He goes to some very dark places, and sometimes, that's not for everybody. I understand that. And Caught Stealing, like I said, is a very different kind of film for him to make. It still has his dark edge to it, but there is a bit of chaotic energy and kind of, rambunctious comedy to it as well. There are definitely some very funny moments in this movie because Austin Butler gets mixed up in this crazy situation, but he also has this trauma from his past that he's dealing with that gets brought up throughout the movie, so there's still plenty of dark elements to this movie, which might cause for a bit of a tonal shift that you guys might not see coming here and there. The tone is a bit inconsistent, but I'll be getting into some spoilers a little bit during this video, not too much. I'm not going to spend too much time here. But this will contain some spoilers, so yeah, definitely be on the lookout. If you haven't seen the film, go check it out and come back. So, yeah, the movie has Austin Butler's character, Hank, who gets wrapped up in this situation thanks to his friend, Russ, played by Matt Smith. Great to see him in here. He's not in it as much as I wish he was, but for the circumstances of the story, it makes sense why he's not there, because him leaving kind of sets us all in motion because he has something hidden from these people. They want it. They get mixed up into Austin Butler's life, and he's just like, guys, back off. I don't know where it is. He's out of town, and they start beating him up, and shit goes really bad for him in this movie. He gets beaten multiple times to the point where one of his kidneys has to be removed. Zoe Kravitz's character, Yvonne, she is fucking hot. Can I say that? Look, we're all thinking it. Zoe Kravitz is amazing, and I really wish I could see more of more projects from her. Here, due to the nature of what happens to her character in the story, I was a bit let down, but I'm not gonna demerit the film for that, because this has to happen in terms, in order for us to get Hank's, arc throughout this movie. She gets killed. They kill her about halfway through the movie. These guys chase her down and kill her. He doesn't find out that it's these guys until the very end of the film, where he's driving with them and he decides to kill them once he sees that they have her lighter. After she's killed, he's like, okay, I don't care that I'm not involved in this fully. I am involved in this now. It's personal. So he gets involved in it more. He gets deeper and deeper into the situation. There's a cop that he goes to for help. She ends up being corrupt, and she's in on it. There's Bad Bunny in here as this gangster guy who gets killed off early. There's a bunch of different threats throughout this movie that he has to deal with, and I found most of them to be pretty comedic, pretty entertaining, if not a bit, just kind of underutilized in the way that they just kind of keep on coming, and then they exit the movie, and then one comes in. You think he's going to be a big threat? Like, I thought Bad Bunny was going to be our big threat. Nope. Killed. The cop becomes our big threat. She gets killed. And then you have these two guys, Vincent D'Onofrio and Liev Schreiber, playing these guys, these Jewish guys. And they are not really the big threat, but they end up being the ultimate threat that Hank wants to take out once he realizes that they are the ones that killed his girl. So I understand that. I like the way that the ending actually calls back to his trauma, because we learn that, he's a baseball prodigy. He loves all things baseball. He talks to his mom, who a cameo during the credits. As the credits are rolling, you get a cameo revealing that his mom is played by Laura Dern. Great to see her here. I love seeing her. There is a flashback that we get where he's with his buddy. They're driving, they're drinking, and his buddy unbuckles his seatbelt to go get some beer, and, Hank sees a cow, he swerves around in the road, and they hit a pole. His friend gets killed, but Hank's leg is fucked up, and all he thinks about is how his leg is fucked up, and that's gonna mess him up from, doing baseball. That's all he can think about in that moment, not the fact that he got his friend killed, indirectly. It's not, I really wouldn't let it weigh on him as much as he is weighing in on himself. I really feel bad for this guy. Austin Butler does an awesome job in this movie carrying it. I don't think there's a single scene where it's not Austin Butler in the scene somewhere. He is carrying the movie, but not in a sense of like he is the only one doing great stuff. Because, like I said, Vincent D'Onofrio, Liev Schreiber, they're both very entertaining. There's a couple Russian guys in there that are pretty funny, but they weren't giving like the Honora energy of funny Russian. They were just kind of like, all right, here's one joke that we're gonna do throughout the entire movie. The cat is a nice addition to the story. You have Matt Smith's cat, and he's trying to protect this cat throughout the entire movie, and you have these guys that don't give a shit whether they're going to hurt the cat or not. Adds a bit of tension there. Matt Smith's character, like I said, I wish he was in there more, but due to him leaving, kicking off the film's events, it makes sense why he's not in it as much as, I would want him to. But when he does show up, when he comes back, it is some fucking hilarious shit. He was really having fun with this. The ending, ultimately, once he gets, out of the situation, he kills all the people that he needs to kill. He manages to change his life over to Russ's life, so he gets the mohawk and everything. He makes himself look like Russ, talks like him and everything, like, oh my fuck, mate, I almost got killed in this car crash. It's a bit predictable. Not gonna lie, it is a bit predictable. I saw some of that coming, but it's a satisfying end for the character that I feel like deserved a satisfying ending. Because, like I said, he goes through some shit in this movie, and I was feeling for him. So it's a movie that definitely has some tonal issues where there are comedic moments popping up in moments where you're supposed to feel some real dramatic weight. Like I said, the ending, bit predictable. Some characters I wish could have used a bit more, like Zoe Kravitz's character. I know she's used to propel his arc. I'm not gonna count that against the movie too much, but it was just, I was like, oh, no more Zoe in this movie, damn it. And then Matt Smith. But like I said, both of those were pretty much story necessities. They have to be in there for their certain amount of time in order to move the story where it needs to go. So, I'm giving Caught Stealing a 7 out of 10. I really did enjoy it. I think it is worth checking out. Maybe you don't have to see this in theaters if you don't want to, but if you are a Austin Butler fan like I am, definitely check it out, because he is really great in this movie, and I had a blast with it. So, hope you guys enjoyed the review for Caught Stealing. Hope you're having a good Labor Day weekend. I don't know if I'm uploading this on Labor Day weekend or the Monday after, but we'll see. But either way, hopefully... Wait, Monday is Labor Day. My bad. Anyway, I fucked up there. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the review. Let me know what you think of Caught Stealing down in the comments below. Take care, and goodbye.